you all. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I had a very cool day. I just got to sit down and edit videos. It was fucking brilliant after this weekend. I just got to chill out and do my casual work. I made 4 videos today, 2 of which have been processing for about 2.5 hours. So you're going to get a couple of videos uploaded to YouTube very soon. They should just go boom and appear. You get some Orcs Must Die and some Windwalker monks, some DPS monks. Pretty cool. I had great fun in the DPS monk, actually. It was the first class for a while where I went around actually installing some mods in order to help me play the class better. A little bit fiddly, that class. A little bit... Felt like an old Ret Paladin. Not to scare anybody. Not to scare anybody. It felt like a little bit like an old Ret Paladin. So without further ado, let us begin today's story. Today's story actually took place yesterday and is one of the terrifying things of working too hard. Not that I worked over hard over the weekend, but I was thinking a lot in between stuff, even though it was quite cool and casual, even on the last day. I was planning what to do when I get back. And then we arrived back in England. And we had Stefan Untriel staying with us, so he was staying in the spare room. So we had some dinner and stuff. We met Ben again. He was like, yeah, all happy days. And then we put Ben to bed, and me and Untriel watched Wanted. Now, when I first watched Wanted, it's got James McAvoy in it and Angelina Jolie. When I first saw that film, I really hated it. But I think I went in with the wrong mindset. You ever watch a film with the wrong mindset, and you're like, oh, damn, this fucking sucks? It's like, ugh. I think I went to watch Wanted with the idea it would be like an action film, like from the classic ages, like The Running Man or Rambo, something like that, and it isn't. It's like a special effects extravaganza. Knowing that, watching it the second time, because Untriel had never seen it and didn't have a pre-idea of what Wanted would be like, he really enjoyed it, and I kind of enjoyed it too. It was pretty cool the second time round. It was only the second time I've ever watched it, because the first time I hated it. And they're making a Wanted 2, coincidentally. So we watched Wanted till around midnight, and then I went to bed. Emma was already asleep. I found it really hard to go to sleep like I usually do. So it's around 1:30 in the morning. I'm still awake. And then I must have drifted off. Now, I don't know what happened, but if Ghost would have been here, it would have been like the worst experience of his life. I must have had a dream where I was dreaming about me being where I actually was in bed. Like, I've never done that before. If I dream about some crazy place. Of course you do. Your imagination runs wild, yeah? So I must have dreamt about me being in bed where I was without anything unusual happening. Because my dream involved a web coming down onto Emma's shoulder and spiders, like 4 or 5 fucking spiders, only little ones, about yay big, crawling off this web onto her and then onto me. And I instantly awoke, and I felt, this is what it seemed like to me. It felt like I awoke because I felt something was on me, and then I looked and I saw a web with spiders coming down it, and I instantly threw the sheet back off Emma. I went, I fucking got out of bed, and I was like, Emma, come over here. She's like butt naked and stuff, which is always cool. She might think it's an excuse for me to see her butt naked. And I'm like, get over here. She's like, what the fuck's going on? What's going on? Half asleep. I'm like, get over here, quick. There's spiders on the bed. And she completely freaked out. And Untriel was in bed just a few feet from us. And I'm like, oh my god, I woke up and there were spiders crawling on us. Like several fucking spiders crawling on us. I'm not scared of spiders. Like, if there's a spider in the room, I can happily move it away. But waking up to spiders crawling on me, that shit ain't legit. That's fucking not cool, bro. That is really not cool. So I woke up with this going on. After this, maybe a 30-second period, I grabbed Emma a t-shirt in case Untriel came out, because there was a lot of noise going on. So I was like, Emma, you need to cover yourself up. So I put Emma in the bathroom while she covered up, and she was like, there's spiders. She was really upset. I then came back in the room to sort of resolve the situation. Couldn't find a trace. Couldn't find a trace of a web. Couldn't find a spider anywhere. I was looking in the sheets. I was under the bed. I was everywhere. I was tearing my room apart in the middle of the night. I then checked the clock. It was 4:30 in the morning. I'm looking everywhere. There's no spiders. And then I have to face the embarrassment of coming out to Emma and saying, you know what? I think I dreamt the whole fucking thing. What do you do in that fucking situation? Oh man, it was fucking terrible. Yeah, I felt like a troll. And she's looking at me like I'm a complete idiot. And she wouldn't sleep in the room. So I'm going, Emma, I must have dreamt it. She's like, are you sure you dreamt it? What did it look like? I said it looked like a web was coming down from the light on the roof, on the ceiling. And spiders were crawling on you, on your shoulder, like straight up on your shoulder. And I like got rid of them. And she's like, well, have you checked everywhere? I'm like, yeah, I've checked everywhere. So I'm not staying in that room. So she said, we're going to sleep on the couch because obviously Untriel was in our spare bed. We're going to sleep on the couch. and I have to sleep with her, and there's no room for me. She said, you're going to have to stay with me downstairs, but there's no room for you. And I had the suckiest night's sleep ever. The next day, I've just been checking everything out. There was no spiders. I totally dreamt that whole thing. It's the first time I've ever dreamt about being in the same place ever. That was so weird. But that's your story for today before we get into some gaming news. I was going to do a daily comment again today. I quite look forward to the daily comment. But you guys are trying too hard to get on the daily comment. Like, it's so... I'm not that stupid that I just flick through my comments, look for a troll one, and then just copy and paste it. I check where it comes from, because usually those guys, like, entertain me passively by being able to see their feed. And I can see all these other ridiculous comments they've posted everywhere. I like to get people like that. You guys, like, make new accounts and then post a troll comment, like, 30, 40 minutes before the daily starts, which is when I check for the comment. Somebody posts, like, a new account on YouTube, and it's like... Steven, 8,946 posts, lol, you fucking fat bastard or something. And has no other feed, no other comments, was created today. You're trying too hard, bros. You're trying too fucking hard. Let's jump into game news. Oh, I did leave Method yesterday as well. Let's talk about that quickly. I left Method yesterday evening. I decided, I've been thinking about it for a while. If you've been watching the daily since the beginning, I think we're only on like episode 14 of the daily. I have been thinking about it for a little while. I was weighing up the idea of launch week craziness with doing my YouTube channel, and then I came back from Germany and saw the YouTube channel is growing faster and faster, kind of more and more, and that's my business, and we're looking like we're going to get somewhere good. So I had to make that decision, and I wasn't too happy with how it went at Gamescom. I wasn't too happy with the beta testing over the 25 mans, and I was like, you know what? And then yesterday I was like doing the show, and they were supposed to raid, and I just honestly felt like I wanted to do the show so much more than raid Dragon Soul and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I just can't commit to it properly. So I did leave yesterday. How that's going to affect the raiding in MOP, it's going to be better. It's actually a good thing. I only joined Method for personal reasons. I joined because the only thing I am missing in my PvE medal badge, you know, like if you're in scouts and shit and you've got all them little patches, the only thing I was missing was like a world first. I'd done world first DPS logs, I tanked all the progression content, I'd killed every single boss. I was just looking for that world first. It's going to take too much to get there, and it's just going to suffer my business real life end ultimately. So I made a decision. I left yesterday. It's no big deal, nothing to worry about or anything like that. Ghosty will tell you a Method story on Saturday, I'm sure. I wouldn't try to contain the Ghost. Ghost was very displeased at Gamescom. Well, Ghost was very displeased. But for me, I was like, I don't really care. I just can't commit to that kind of time. Okay, gaming news. Some good gaming news going on. I actually put a note. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see my screen? My top one is remind people to tell them that you left Method. Okay. Oh, another one. I'm attracting people from other channels. This is brilliant. Like serious fanboys of other people. I don't mind fanboys. People really like my stuff. Some people really like other guys' stuff. I don't know why they hate other people's stuff. Like the main ones at the moment are Wow Hobbs. Wow Hobbs. I don't follow Wow Hobbs. I don't. Let me check Wow Hobbs. I'm not sure what Wow Hobbs is. I mean, it sounds stupid, right? He's got like 170,000 subscribers. I've never bumped into his videos. First video, epic fail, jump, Mr. Pandaria, Wow Hobbs, World of Warcraft gameplay. Oh, he's sponsored and stuff. Oh, he's a big dude.
And you'll see when there's nothing on, so I had to open up at the point I'm hanging on by a thread.
Ring.
And
I don't know. I don't know what Wow Hobbs is. He seems to be running around. Well, I don't mind. People like his stuff, obviously. 168,000 people like his stuff. Shit's on me. But there's all these haters like posting loads of comments, like really harsh stuff. Check through the old videos, man. There's some really crazy comments and stuff going on. I was reading. I found it going through the daily comments. There was like 10 from 10 different people, like going on about it. It was really weird. Okay. Command & Conquer Generals 2 has no single player. That's what I read today. I'm a huge Command & Conquer Generals fan. We talked about it on a daily previously that the second one was coming. It's not going to have any single player at all. It's just a pure multiplayer online experience. Fuck, dude. Why? Why is that? I love the Command & Conquer, the set pieces and stuff with all the stuff, you know, the storyline and stuff. It's equal to StarCraft 2, in my opinion, anyway. And they're just not even fucking going to add a single player. They're just not doing it. It's going to be a pure online game, which is... What's happened to Command & Conquer? The fuck has happened? Oh, there I have Command & Conquer 4. I was really excited. It's a terrible, awful game. They moved away from even building bases to building these fucking stomper mech pieces of shit. It's terrible. I've got my defensive mech. Who gives a fuck? And now they're not even going to have a single-player campaign in Command & Conquer Generals 2. I was really pissed off by that. I thought it was fucking garbage. It's terrible. Yeah, no shoes for you. It's fucking terrible. Boo demoted. Yeah, terrible stories. Terrible stuff. OnLive. I want to know by tomorrow, if you leave it in the comments, do any of you guys use OnLive? Because OnLive looks like it's going to fucking explode in on itself. OnLive, if you don't know what OnLive is, because it spammed YouTube with adverts for fucking months. OnLive, they must have spent a fortune. OnLive is if you don't have a good PC, I actually think it's a really, really good idea. I actually think the idea of it is pretty fucking solid, because not everybody can afford a killer PC. So, but we can all generally get an easy internet connection, a decent internet connection. So what they did is they installed games on their servers and streamed the game to you, as if you were playing it. So that way you didn't need a good PC. All you needed was a good internet connection that could handle the stream. So brand new games running and stuff and all this. But they just literally had a meeting yesterday. According to this report, they had a meeting yesterday and just sacked everybody. Like, you're all fired. All the staff was like, hey, yo, Bill, come in here a minute. What? You fired, bro. You are out of here. They fired everybody. And then they said some people might be hired back under a new model. I think OnLive's a subscription service. Did any of you guys use it? I never used it because my PC's fine. But I liked the idea of it. I thought it was generally going to be the future of gaming. Do you think other people have killed it? Does stuff like the Steam sale kill it? You can have the full game completely on your own PC. Do we like just having a killer PC? Is that part of it? I like having a PC that looks really cool. I do. I like the red lights that come out of mine. I think it looks fucking sweet. Is that part of it? Yeah. Oh, Vince McMahon. You're fired! Give you a big Vince McMahon for you there. Yeah, they say they're not shutting down, but you don't fire all the staff unless something's seriously wrong. So I'm interested. Let me know for tomorrow. We'll have a bit of a discussion about OnLive. Let me know if you guys use it. Diablo 3. Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was at Gamescom. We didn't understand why. There was like no difference. It wasn't the new patch or anything. It was just Diablo 3. And people were queuing to play Diablo 3. Why? Why were they doing that? I don't know. But there was a large queue of people wanting to play Diablo 3. I don't know. But they've decided to make the game more fun. They're going to add another 100 levels. Am I the only one who thought the leveling experience was the most boring part? After doing the story once? 100 more levels? Paragon levels. Ooh, they got a cool name. Like, why? There's no new story. You can just get an extra 100 levels, and this will get you some extra stats. It gets you extra stats, and it also gets you more magic find and gold find. And the ultimate idea is if you get level 160, I think it's either you go to 160 or you go to 100. Essentially, you will be capped on your gold and magic find. So you don't need to wear magic and gold find gear. You can wear whatever gear you want. Woo! And you'll still have capped stats in magic and gold find. This is what this says to me. As a guy who's not a huge fan of Diablo 3, it says to me, we're going to enable you to farm more levels so that when you cap, you can farm more easily. Am I the only one who read it that way? Am I the only one? I want to know. Let me know in the chat straight away. I read it as you can farm more levels while you're farming gear, right? The idea is that when you log into farm gear, you will gain XP so that when you farm your gear by farming levels, you can then farm more gear easily. Am I the only one who's reading that? Really? Like, what? Yeah, as Ghosty said, I think Ghosty should be it. But why? We're adding 100 more levels. But why? Why are you doing that? What's the purpose? Oh, but now you don't have to find magic and gold find gear. The people who are still playing Diablo 3, I'm pretty sure have got a full set of magic and gold find gear. If they haven't, they're probably just buying shit off the Real Money Auction House. Why? Why are you doing that? Why is that supposed to be exciting? I don't get it. I'm so fucking baffled by this whole decision. People wanted more content because they had to play the game 4 times just to cap. No, you had to play 3 times to cap and then a whole nother time to start getting gear. And then just over and over and over again. And we've already seen that people have got gear already that can kill Diablo Inferno in seconds. Like, in fucking seconds. We've seen this done by 1 million people now. So, yeah. You can farm more. Hey, I heard you like farming, so I put some farming in your farming. Exhibit would be fucking proud. Stop saying farm. Stop saying farm. Yeah, nobody gets it. Okay, the whole team's on board. We don't get it. Let us know in the comments on the YouTube channel. What do you guys think of that? Let's talk about some WoW stuff. There is some other new game stuff, but I don't want to spam it on game stuff today because we're 16 minutes in already. Those of you sending Broface, don't worry. The lighting is getting fixed in this room. Yay! As you can see, because I've moved, the sun shines directly on me, which really fucks up the green screen. But we've got some lighting and stuff coming. Going to be awesome. Oh, some guys asked how it went with Blizzard and the developer Q&A. We're going to talk about it on Saturday. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it on Saturday. It was. Do you remember we talked about hype? I think it's probably 2 or 3 dailies ago. We talked about being overhyped because of Half-Life 3. We talked about being built into the hype. I totally was troll hyped about the Blizzard Q&A. It was nothing like what they said. What I was told it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like exclusive. Like we would sit at a table with a Blizzard developer of the raids and dungeons, like a cool dude. Yeah, it wasn't like that. Yeah, we got overhyped completely. Fucking troll face. Okay, Blizzard stuff before we get to a question. Rated DPS test dummies. Yeah, a lot of guys spam me about this. They are nothing but a good thing. I really, all the way through what I've been doing for the last year or so, people testing their DPS on test dummies and then asking me, is this good? Is just hell for me. And I can't express enough how the normal test dummies are so fucking useless. Those normal test dummies are really, really bad. They don't really help anyone other than watch your spells animation. They really don't help that much. Raid buffs are just change the way your class plays entirely. The fact that they finally figured out that, hey, you know what we could do? We can add the debuffs to the thing. The fact that they've just added that now is godsend for me. It's a god. It means even I can use them in my videos for Mr. Pandaria launch. I can use the test dummies. I can show you guys using the test dummies. I can get you to test dummies. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Full thumbs up to Blizzard for that. It's fucking cool as anything. Now, this is the question I really want to pose. We're going to talk about OnLive tomorrow. But I'm very worried about this comment. It was regarding the looking for raid feedback. They've done some looking for raid on the Mr. Pandaria beta. And people are concerned with what is there to do. You see what the big problem is? You've got this huge chunk of the game, which is like raiding, and the huge chunk of the game, which is PvP. The PvP stuff, of course, takes place on different servers elsewhere. It takes place on a Battleground server, on an Arena server. You're all separated from the world. The raid stuff, again, is very easily accessible, such as you can queue for Arena anywhere. You can now queue for raid anywhere, get it done for the week. You're done in a couple of hours. And then you've got all this time to do something else. One of the beautiful things about World of Warcraft is that you never run out of things to do. Now people are running out pretty quickly of things to do. Blizzard's solution to this, or what they think is a good thing towards it, is a little bit worrying. Let me read it for you. This was on MMO Champion, but I'll break it down a little bit. It's more about what content is there after looking for raid. It says, Mists of Pandaria comes with plenty of level 90 content. Okay. All the daily quests. Wrong! Fucking wrong. Daily quests suck cock. Here's your daily quest. Chop that shit off at the fucking base. Daily quest? Kiss my ass. Nobody likes doing daily quests. Nobody. I've never met anybody who enjoys doing daily quests. Ever. Fucking bullshit. I hate daily quests. I don't know anybody who likes doing daily quests. It's like, are you exalted yet? No, I've still got to do some of these fucking daily quests. And then they go on to say, with an exclamation mark. Remember, there's no daily cap in Mists. You can do as many dailies as you want. Fuck you, man. Really? Fucking more dailies? Oh, I was so pissed off I could only do 25 dailies all the way through Cataclysm. I was like, bastard, I can only do 25 dailies? This is bullshit. You're right. You fucking kidding me? Bollocks. Absolute fucking bollocks. So yeah, remember guys, uncapped dailies in Mists. Woo! Set sail for victory. Pet battles. I'm on the fence with pet battles. I don't like them. I know a lot of people that do. I'm fine with pet battles being a decent part of content. That appeals to a huge audience. Remember, sometimes you have to look at things and say, you know what, I hate pet battles, but I can appreciate the fact loads of people do. Daily quests do not fall into that category. They fucking suck. Challenge dungeons. Will challenge dungeons be something that appeals to a lot of people? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there will be... Some people will probably try a challenge dungeon. I'm not saying people won't try everything in this paragraph once or twice. I will probably do the dailies because I want the reputation for probably some nice piece of gear earlier in the game. And plus, my warrior tends to get all the reputations. I don't know why. He's just had so many for so while. I don't care about achievements, but it annoys me that some of the things aren't, you know, full. So I like doing that kind of shit sometimes, especially if it gets me like a big fishing rod. I don't know about you guys, but if it helps me in game, I will do it. So like getting a Nat Pago fishing thing, that quest is terrible, but I've done it. I really enjoyed it. I even tried getting the 5% XP ring from the Kalawak fishing extravaganza on Saturdays. I tried that for ages, but Genji beat me. Fuck him. Asshole. And getting the mount speed increase. Anyone remember doing the nether egg dailies down in TBC on that shelf? The netherwing shelf, that was right. The final part of it, you had to do this rally on your nether drake against the commander, and it was really hard. It was really, really hard. But you got an item which increased your mount speed that you can use forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I love that kind of stuff. I will do dailies until exalted for something like that. I won't do them for like a pet or anything like that. I don't care about that stuff. But yeah, getting back to challenge dungeons. In brackets, can't be accessed through Dungeon Finder and required groups to be manually formed. Yeah. I can't see that many people being interested in challenge modes, but they... maybe for the transmog gear. Is the transmog gear that good? Maybe. I'm sitting on the fence on that one. I'm not going to go either way. Let me know what you guys think. And 2 new world bosses in Valley of the Four Winds and Kunlai Summit. Now, that's a giveaway because there's no more Tol Barad. There's no more... the fuck was the one called in TBC? It was right in the middle. The Tol Barad place. That keep? I don't know. You guys know. I don't know. I can't remember. Wintergrasp. There we go. I was waiting for someone to chat. I was like nonchalantly waiting for someone to say it in chat. I'm like, yeah, I know the name. Wintergrasp. Just slipped my mind. But yeah, there's no more of that. In fact, the Shars, the world bosses, are your new Tol Barad and Wintergrasp. So that's not actually new content. Every fucking time. Look at this shit. Every fucking time. Emma? I do a show at 5 o'clock every day. Thank you. Every fucking time. Unbelievable. So yeah, you don't have those bosses anymore. The Shah and the other world boss actually are the guys who drop like a combination of PvP and PvE gear. So that's not actually new content. So what they're saying is between doing everything else, your regular content is going to be daily quests, pet battles, and challenge modes. That's 3 things. That's your 3 content fillers. That's not enough, is it? It's not enough. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about their direction. Not their opinion. I don't want to go pet battles. So, yeah, I get that there's a 50-50 break on that. Some people love pet battles. Some people hate pet battles. Some people have seen them as novelty and so on. Challenge modes, I want to know what you think about that. I'm sat on the fence about that stuff. Dailies, I'm pretty sure what you know response is going to be. What I'm after is, do you think that kind of direction is good enough? Is it enough content? I don't think it is. I think we could do some long chain quests that maybe take some time to complete. Stuff like that, you know, like a journey. Hey! A journey we can go on through in our own time, in our own good pace, that maybe gives us some nice title, even something like that. Something that involves us travelling. It's not too difficult to implement a quest into World of Warcraft. So let's put a quest that takes maybe 3 or 4 weeks to complete. That isn't as stupid as what a long strange trip it's been, that achievement. That's fucking terrible. Don't like to do that again. Challenge mode is going to be changed. Let's see some questions answers before we go into that. Yeah, I don't see a lot of new stuff being popular either. No, I don't get none of content. Not content terrible. How do challenge modes reward you? Not interested in challenge modes, not yet. Tell him I'm going farm. You know, I phoned her 2 hours ago. I said, are you coming straight home or are you going to the farm? And she said to me, I'm going to the farm. And then she came on here to tell me she's going to the farm. In case I'd forgotten, because it's very important. Women. You're going to be the pet battle master. Cool. Some sort of epic story. Yeah, the Wrathgate question was fucking quiz. It was really good. It takes more to complete. I'd like a nice personal adventure to go on. I think that kind of stuff is really cool, and it's not that difficult to implement. It's a quest that we go on, but maybe even just rewards transmog gear, something like that. Something to keep you occupied away from other people, and then something that pushes you towards other people. I think you need that separation sometimes. Like a great example is rep grinding. Rep grinding is actually not that bad, because a rep grind that can take a whole expansion, you can do it in your own time. I did, which one was it? The Consortium rep grind. Gave a really nice tabard. Nothing much else, just a nice tabard. But all you had to do was go around Netherstorm. I think it was Netherstorm. Yeah, Netherstorm. And just do various grinding of a few mobs. You got, and those mobs dropped signets and stuff that helped you with reputation with Scryer or Aldo. And you picked up your Consortium rep at the same time. You also got all the keys and shit like that. It was all pretty cool. But you weren't rushed to do it because there was no great reward. Excuse me. There was no great reward at the end. So you weren't pushed to do it. That kind of stuff I really like, and it's just there. It's, go ahead and do it. And we're getting back to this thing where it's like, it's there, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do what you want. Let's go on to a question before we finish up the show, and I'll take a couple of questions from the live chat. This question came in from Connor Sheik. Interesting name, Connor Sheik. It sounds like it's like an Eastern name, like an East Asian. No, Sheik. But Connor isn't. Interesting. I want to hear your story. God, I'd love hearing people's stories. I really do. I want to know where the name Connor Sheik comes from. Dear Preacher, I've been an officer in my current guild for about 4 years now. The guild have meetups at BlizzCon 2 times. Before we are 6 out of 8 heroic, and the guild is kind of falling apart. We never get people to show up. Besides the 3 officers, GM, priest, and a mage. 3, 4, 5, 6 people. We're going to keep going on to MOP with rating progression, but I don't know if I want to leave because we have friends for so long. I consider them like I know them IRL. What should I do? It's okay to have doubts, and right about now is like a good time to be getting doubts. The sun is blinding me, by the way. Holy shit, don't lean forward. It's okay. I would stay where you are. I would really stay where you are. All you're seeing is people drift away because the expansion's coming. Hell, how long is it till we lose all our Valor points and shit? It's not far away. It's like a week. Is it a week? Patch 5 with patch 5.04 is on August 28th. So it's 7 days. 7 days you're going to get all the new shit. So it's fine, man. Let's let it die. Whew, let it happen. And then wait till Mr. Pandaria. Just enjoy your time in game. You're going to get all sorts of crazy stuff happening in 7 days anyway. There's going to be a big new major patch hitting the game. We're going to get all the Valor points removed. You're going to get all the new fucking talents. Is the new talents for that one? I think the new talent's in there. Oh, is it just the currency conversion? 7 days on my map. Yeah, I think the new talents will come then, because they're closing the arena, so it would make sense the talents are coming then. So everything's changing in a week's time. So relax. No big deal. It's all cool, man. It's all cool. Just take it easy. Don't worry about abandoning ship. It's okay to feel like you want to progress, but remember we said you can't push motivation in people. You can't force it on people. And there's a good reason people don't want to play right now. That's okay. Let it happen. Maybe have a discussion with the officers and say, you know what, let's just call it until Mr. Pandaria. That's fine. Let's just chill, call it, everything will be cool. And then if Mr. Pandaria doesn't work out, you've got 6 good people there. It's not hard to find 4 people to fit that. In fact, you seem to be mostly fitting into most of the major subsets. You've got a priest, you've got a mage, 3 officers in the GM, you've got a raid leader. You can recruit a few more people. It's fine. It's really cool. Tell your guild, now's the time to stop. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't try and push for anything else. Let's get any questions from the audience. Audience, give me some question. Yeah, everyone's saying, yeah, we are getting the talents in a week's time. He loves his warrior. Preach, do you think Blizz should implement more cinematics in questing like in Wrathgate and so far and so on? No, I don't. I really don't. I like the odd cinematic, but World of Warcraft is not a cinematic game. I don't know anybody who still watches the cinematics in any raid content after they've seen them once. And they're really expensive to make. Really expensive. I just prefer like a machinima style where it happens in-game. I really like, let's say, the DK starting area, where the Lich King is there, just as the model, and then you come to the final battle and you've got Fordring. Fordring and Arthas, and it's all going on, his mob spawning. I prefer that to a cinematic every day. I don't really like cinematics in games. I prefer to be part of the action. If I miss something, I kind of have a reason to go back then. But it allows me to pay attention. Like the assault on Undercity, when you do that, I love that. I would rather that than a cinematic any day of the week. I would have preferred even the Wrathgate to have shown some guy up on a cliff where he's obviously untouchable, you couldn't mount, and then he pours acid on everything. That would have been really cool, that kind of stuff. I understand why they didn't do that, but I prefer in-game model action with the voice acting coming through your speakers and stuff like that, rather than sitting back and watching things unfold. World of Warcraft has always been very involved. I prefer that. I really prefer that. Ask what he did to me in bed. Oh, I've already told them. She's fucking miles away. See, I keep no secret. But now you know I don't lie to you guys. I totally spider fricked her. Can I do a workshop on your Arms Warrior? I certainly will, my friend. I certainly will. I have received your email, by the way, so yes. Will Warlocks be good and have burst in MOP? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Okay, last question I'm going to take. That's a half-hour show. I do want to keep these shows to about half an hour. I know a lot of people watch them over breakfast, so a 1 hour show is a bit much for that. Okay, in Mr. Pandaria, I'm going to be starting fresh with a different guild. They are looking for a monk tank. Why? They don't know anything about them yet. So that's my first question. But why? Why so specific? Oh, we want a monk tank. Why? But I cannot level one in the week before the first raid will be released. Should I cap my main fire mage, or should I roll the monk and take the risk? Let me just get this right. I'm confused by your question. You're joining a fresh new guild, right? And you're a mage. Have they asked you to change to a monk tank? Because that's really bizarre. That's really weird. Is that what's happened? Can you answer me that quickly? Shady FX. Shady FX. And why do you want to... There's so many questions. That is such like a massive question. Starting at a fresh guild and they're looking for a monk tank. Are you trying to impress them or something? If you're joining a new guild and you're a trial, don't change class. I did that. It sucks. You know what I mean? Unless you're really, really experienced and really confident, don't do that. Especially with a brand new class that might be bugged as all hell, overpowered one week and broken the next. Stick with your mage. That is my flat advice. Anyway, stick with your mage. If they've asked you for some reason to be a monk tank, I'd be worried about what guild you've joined that hasn't got any tanks and is recruiting a mage to re-roll a tank. That's really weird. That is really, really weird. Okay. They are looking for a new tank and they wanted a monk tank. I have previously rolled Blood DK on multiple servers. I'm relatively experienced raiding with tanks. But do you want to be a tank? If you want to be a mage, stick with your mage. Yeah. Stick with your mage. I would say stick with your mage. And then if you like... I would be very wary about monk tanks. Monk tanks are powerful now, but DKs were really powerful, then they weren't for a long time. Just be a little bit careful, joining a new guild, I would stick with what you know and concentrate on actually getting in with the guild rather than trying to impress them. I spent far too much of my time in Method just trying to play a warlock. It's fucking boring as shit. I really didn't enjoy it. Yeah, stick with your mage is my advice. Stay as you are, especially in a new guild. Stick with your one. That's what I would do. If you enjoy tanking, that's cool. Roll a monk tank alt, and then eventually maybe you want it. But then you can do it in your own time. You're not committing yourself to a huge task in a new guild where people don't know you, don't trust you yet. All those kind of things. I would stick with your mage. It makes the most sense. Okay, ballers. Quick question there. Will I still be raiding? I will be. I don't know who with yet. I don't know. I will be looking. I'm not looking immediately. There's still time. Like I tell you guys, there's still time before Mr. Pandaria. So I'm not actively looking right now. I probably don't even want to raid until like 3 weeks after MOP launches. Because I'm going to have so much to do. I've got we calculated something around 78 videos to do in a couple of weeks. Something along those lines. So I'm going to be really busy. So there you go, balls. Yeah, go to... well, I'm not finished, unfortunately, for Paragon. I don't think I'll join a World First Guild. I don't think it benefits me in the least to do that. Okay, I'm off, ballers. Thanks for tuning in for today. I will see you tomorrow at 5 PM. Oh, wow, that sun is really bad, isn't it? I'm so sorry. Now you know why we need the lighting. My God.